our ancestors sent me a message that our period is not just some monthly occurrence in the form of disruption or inconvenience. In fact, this is an illusion imposed upon our wombs to suppress our bodies, allowing them to be claimed by everyone but us. In African diasporic traditions, our cycles were seen as sacred, a reflection of a woman's connection to creation, renewal, life cycles, and the rhythms of the earth. Women would retreat together to moon huts or menstrual lodges to celebrate their menstrual powers. To reclaim this truth today is an act of resistance. It challenges the forced narratives that have dimmed this special experience and celebrates the African cosmologies that teach harmony with our bodies. So let us gather, sisters. Let this video be our modern menstrual lodge, a sanctuary where we share wisdom, we honor our intuition, and embrace our cycles as an act of radical self-love and reconnection to something far greater than ourselves. For most of my 26 years on this planet, I actually had no idea why I was bleeding. I knew that I wasn't pregnant and that something was happening with my uterus, but that was pretty much the extent of it. No one ever actually sat me down to explain what the menstrual phase is, what it means physically, spiritually, and emotionally. And I don't hold this against the elders in my life because there's such a loud silence around menstruation. It's a topic often shrouded in secrecy and discomfort, leaving many of us without the awareness that we need to embrace it. But the silence has consequences. Not only do we lack the knowledge to navigate our cycles, but we also internalize shame and neglect around them. Layered on top of this is a societal expectation for Black women to be strong, and this makes it even harder for us to prioritize rest, self-care, or even learning about our bodies. Our mothers, aunts, and grandmothers wanted to teach us this, but they didn't have the knowledge themselves. Colonization disrupted our sacred connection to our wombs, replacing it with narratives centered in shame, productivity, and sacrifice. Now, knowledge is being lost, our sacredness is being forgotten, and our wombs are being silenced by narratives that were never ours to begin with. So today, we're reclaiming our truth by speaking very loudly about the menstrual phase, your period, your moon, your bleed, your inner winter. This phase is so special because it's all about hibernation, release, renewal, and intuition. It invites you to release the old and welcome the new, entering a physical and spiritual state of manifestation. It's a time for you to commune with yourself and the divine. Physically, what's happening is your progesterone is declining, your estrogen is low, and your uterus is shedding the lining that it built during the luteal phase. On a spiritual level, both the left and right hemispheres of your brain are in harmony. They're basically dancing together, which is making your intuition very sharp. This is the perfect time to reflect, to make decisions, and to listen to your gut. It's a great time for plotting, planning, setting intentions, and tuning into the whispers of your dreams and your feelings. Sitting together and sharing this wisdom is so important because when we shift how we view our periods from something burdensome to something sacred and valuable, it completely transforms the entire experience. We have to remember that our minds are incredibly powerful. So when we approach our periods with neglect or resentment, that energy is mirrored back to us. But when we meet our bleed with honor, respect, and care, when we nurture our bodies the way that they deserve, we ascend into an ethereal, magical level of womanhood. And that, my love, is how we heal. That is how we rise and how we make our period a sacred retreat. I imagine my period as a messenger, carrying information and wisdom my body is releasing for me to sit with. It's a time to let go of the old and step into a renewed version of myself with each cycle. With this in mind, I allow myself to flow with how I feel, just releasing any pressure to perform or be anything other than as I am. This is my permission to rest, to slow down, and just simply be. One of my favorite ways to honor this sacred time is through a cacao ceremony. Cacao is a plant that speaks in love. She carries such a warm and nurturing spirit medicine, offering wisdom that speaks directly to the heart center. She is a gentle yet powerful companion, always guiding me to start my day with intention and tenderness. During my cacao ceremony, I allow myself to reflect on whatever surfaces in the moment. It might be existential thoughts and questions, intentions I'm setting for the day or the next cycle, or reflections on my relationships. I like to explore how I've been showing up for myself, for those I care about, and within the larger global community I belong to. As my uterus releases what it no longer needs, I take this as an invitation to reflect on thoughts, habits, or mindsets that no longer serve me or align with the version of myself that I'm becoming. One thing I've come to cherish about my period is the crystal clear clarity that it brings. During this phase, there is no buffer, no second guessing. I just know. This clarity feels like a gift, and the cacao ceremony really helps me honor and amplify it. During my period, I love to take a nature walk. It really grounds me during a time I can feel a bit icky, and returning to the land just feels like a way to honor my bleed. In many traditions, our period is seen as a sacred time to commune with ancestors. As blood, the life force, is believed to carry ancestral energy. I feel closest to my ancestors when I'm immersed in nature. In the stillness of the mountains, the gentle flow of the river, or the plants swaying in the wind, I can sense their presence in these spaces. Yoga is one of my favorite practices during this time. Even when I don't do a full session, certain poses work wonders for relieving cramps and just bringing comfort. Some of my go-to poses are the goddess pose, which will open your hips and release any tension there. The cat and cow pose is my favorite, to gently stretch the spine and massage your abdominal area. And then a simple forward bend to really relax the lower back and ease any discomfort. Finding movement that feels good for your body is such a sweet way to love yourself, develop bodily wisdom, and create safe spaces for self-intimacy. What we eat during our period can truly transform how we feel, so I prioritize foods that replenish and comfort my body. Iron-rich greens like spinach and kale are staples for me, as they help restore the iron that's lost during menstruation. One of my favorite ways to enjoy them is in a spicy spinach salad with olive oil, minced garlic, sun-dried tomatoes, onion, nutritional yeast, and a squeeze of lemon. For snacking, I love pumpkin seeds for their magnesium and zinc. Apples are another go-to, especially when I drizzle them with cacao, almond butter, a sprinkle of almonds, and a touch of honey. Nourishing and satisfying all at once. In many traditions, menstrual blood is revered as a source of spiritual power and protection. It's a potent symbol of life, energy, and creation. It has even been used in rituals to ward off negativity, set intentions, and manifest desires. This perspective reminds us that our periods are not just biological events, but an experience that is worthy of care and respect. For me, self-care during my period begins with creating a safe and nurturing space, and that means prioritizing the quality of my period care items, because a lot of these mainstream brands will market their products as safe, but they often contain chemicals, toxins, and bleaching agents that should not be anywhere near your punani or your womb. I think about it like this: your period blood carries wisdom, it carries information, and it carries energy. Think of it like a sacred text. Would you put the most important book of your life in an unsafe, toxic space? Of course not. But that's exactly what happens when we choose conventional pads or tampons that can disrupt our health and the overall rhythm of our cycle. So I always choose 100% cotton pads free of chemicals and bleaching agents as an act of respect for my body and my cycle. When it comes to relieving menstrual pain, I prefer natural remedies over pharmaceuticals. One of my favorites is a warm womb massage using mugwort oil. She's a beautiful herb known for her calming and healing properties on the womb space. Sometimes I'll pair this with a heating pad for extra comfort, and it feels like wrapping my womb in a warm and soothing embrace. I pay extra attention to my skin during this phase. Hormonal fluctuations can make your skin more sensitive. To avoid worsening sensitivity, it's best to not use hot water on your face and steer clear of harsh exfoliants. My go-to remedy is a honey turmeric mask. Its anti-inflammatory properties leave my skin feeling nourished and baby soft, like a reset for my face. Self-care is truly about listening to your body and honoring her needs. Whether that means letting your body hair grow wild, or shaving if that feels empowering, or indulging in cravings in a way that satisfies and nourishes simultaneously. Your period is a great time to step into your wild woman energy. It might also look like cocooning yourself in blankets, putting your phone on D&D, and binging your favorite comfort show. It's about creating a sacred retreat where you feel safe to rest, release, and renew. All of this, whether it's what you eat, how you care for your skin, or how you choose to honor your energy, is self-love in action. When you approach your period with this level of care and reverence, it transforms from a dreaded inconvenience into a sweet, restorative time. When it comes to menstrual health, herbs like red raspberry leaf, nettle, and ginger have long been companions, offering balance, nourishment, and healing. Red raspberry leaf is often called the women's herb for good reason, known to tone and strengthen uterine muscles while easing menstrual discomfort. Her wisdom lies in her ability to bring harmony to the body, softening cramps and supporting a smooth flow. Drinking raspberry leaf during your period feels like receiving a warm hug from nature herself. It's as if she whispers to your womb, "Relax." Nettle, on the other hand, is a dear friend, vibrant, earthy, and grounding. Drinking nettle tea is like reconnecting with your roots. It's deeply replenishing, especially during your period when blood loss can deplete your iron stores, leaving you fatigued or weak. Nettle is rich in iron, and its bioavailability makes it easy for your body to absorb and utilize. Nettle is also packed with vitamins and minerals like magnesium, potassium, and vitamin K that restore your energy and nourish your blood. Sipping on nettle tea will allow you to draw strength directly from the earth, grounding you in vitality and renewal. Thank you for spending time with me in our little digital menstrual lodge. I really hope that this video reminds you of how special your cycle is. But if you ever forget, just remember that our ancestors understood our cycles as a portal to renewal, release, and deep power. Reclaiming your period as sacred is an act of love for yourself, for the generations of women who didn't get the chance, and for those who did. It's a revolution. It's a way to see your period not as something to dread, but as a gift. It's a moment to honor the magic within you, to acknowledge your womb space, and to collectively heal. I am incredibly grateful to share this space with you. Thank you for being here, and I'm wishing you a loving and easeful menstrual phase. Take care. I love you. I honor you. And until next time, flow with ease. Okay, bye.